Let me ask you something. Does your mind ever feel like a computer that's just slowing down? Constantly running hot, overloaded with notifications, and just feeling like it's on the verge of a total crash? Well, that's not just a feeling. It's really happening. Your system is under siege. But this is your survival guide. It's your manual for a full system reboot. And that right there, that's the heart of it. This isn't a fair fight. Every single day, a massive battle is being waged for your focus, for your time, for your consciousness. And winning this war isn't about fighting harder. It's about understanding the game and then choosing to play a different one altogether.
All right, so first things first, let's run a diagnostic. That feeling of constant distraction, that low-grade hum of anxiety, the inability to just sit and focus, those aren't personal failures. Think of them as error messages, symptoms of a system that's been pushed way, way beyond its limits.
I really want you to hear this. You are not lazy. You are not weak-willed. Your brain is just doing what it's designed to do, but it's being manipulated by systems that were engineered with one single goal: to keep you hooked. This isn't a personal problem, it's a systemic one. Okay, so now let's look under the hood. Let's talk about the malware that's been installed on our systems. We're going to break down the exact neurological hack that corrupts our brain's operating system and actually turns our own focus against us. And this isn't just a cute comparison, it is shockingly accurate. Your social media feed is, quite literally, a slot machine you carry around in your pocket. Psychologists have a term for this: a variable reward schedule. It's the unpredictability, not knowing what awesome or outrageous thing you'll see with the next poll to refresh, that makes it so addictive and keeps you coming back for more. So that whole casino effect works by building this powerful three-step habit loop that runs on autopilot. It all starts with a cue, maybe just a moment of boredom or a pang of stress. The routine? You grab your phone, open an app, and the reward is that little hit of dopamine. Do that enough times, and the loop gets so hardwired that your brain just runs the program without you even thinking about it. And look, if you think this is all just some psychological trick, think again. This isn't just in your head, it's in your body. Studies have shown that when people who are really digitally dependent stop using the internet, they experience actual physiological withdrawal. We're talking a measurable 3 to 4% increase in heart rate and blood pressure. Your body is physically reacting. Okay, enough of the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Because here's the good news. Your brain, the very system that's been hijacked, has an incredibly powerful built-in recovery partition. It's this hidden feature that's designed for diagnostics, for repair, and for creative problem solving. I know, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? But what if I told you there was a state where, by simply letting your mind wander, you could activate its most profound and creative functions? Well, guess what? That state is real. It's called the default mode network, or the DMN for short. Neuroscientists figured out that when we're not focused on a specific task, when we're just daydreaming or letting our thoughts drift, this amazing network of brain regions just lights up. You can think of it as your brain's internal workshop. And this workshop is absolutely essential. The DMN is where you connect the dots, where you plan for your future, where you process your past, and where you actually build your sense of who you are. So think about what that means. When we get rid of all our downtime, we're not just losing a chance to relax. We are shutting down the very part of our brain responsible for our identity and our creativity. And to be clear, we're not just guessing here. This is backed by hard science. Recent research has established a direct causal link. When scientists temporarily disrupted the DMN in patients, their ability to generate new creative ideas measurably dropped. So we know this network is a key ingredient for creativity. So this is the big question, right? How do we fire up this incredible network? How do we execute the reboot command? Well, the answer is beautifully simple, but it's the one thing our modern world has taught us to fear and avoid at all costs. Yeah, think about it. We treat boredom like this annoying system error, a problem that we have to solve immediately with a quick scroll through our phone. But what if we've been looking at it completely wrong? What if that feeling isn't a bug at all? What if it's a feature? Psychologists say boredom isn't emptiness. It's actually an active, searching state. It's the feeling of an engine idling, ready to go. It's a signal from your mind that it's primed and ready for something more meaningful than just passively consuming a feed. It's a call to action. And this just captures it perfectly. You can't have those aha moments, those flashes of insight when your mind is cluttered with constant noise. Creativity doesn't happen in a crowded room. It happens in that quiet, spacious place that boredom opens up for us. So here's the path. The process is simple, but I'm not gonna lie, it isn't always easy. First, you have to consciously embrace those quiet moments. Then you have to resist that powerful urge to immediately fill the void. When you do that, you allow your default mode network to come online. And that's it. That's the space where new connections are forged and fresh ideas are born.
All right, time to put it all together. We've run the diagnostics, we understand the problem. Now it's time to actually start the restoration process. And this isn't about throwing your phone in a river. It's about taking back control and using your brain's own built-in tools to restore balance and power. So here are your commands, your action items. Start with a digital detox. Even just 72 hours can do wonders for resetting your brain's reward system. Then, actively replace scrolling with something that actually restores you, like going for a walk or reading a book. Create sacred phone-free zones, especially the bedroom. And finally, practice training your focus like a muscle. Every one of these things helps weaken the hijack and puts you back in the driver's seat.
And really, this is the ultimate takeaway. Boredom is not your enemy. It is a vital, biological signal that is pushing you toward growth. It's the alert system telling you that you're underutilizing your incredible mind, saving you from a stagnant, passive life. So remember this, your system isn't permanently broken. The recovery partition is right there, waiting. The reboot command is simply having the courage to be bored. The choice is yours. What new ideas, what future plans, what deeper sense of yourself are you going to build when you finally give your mind the space it's been begging for?